Hey Muses, welcome back to my channel. Do you have a chronic illness, an invisible disability, and/or chronic fatigue? And do you hate mornings with every fiber of your being? By the end of this video, you'll know a few easy ways you can adjust your morning routine so you can stop wasting spoons and start having better days. If you struggle with chronic or mental illness and are tired of feeling alone, this is the place for you to be. You're not alone anymore. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every Tuesday. So who am I to help you with your morning routine? I'm a fellow spoonie with postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, hypermobile Ehlers Danlos Syndrome, and several mental health issues. And mornings have been one of the banes of my existence since my health issues started taking over my life 21 years ago. Mornings are still hard, but I finally have a morning routine that helps me instead of hurts me, and I want to share what I've discovered with you. A couple weeks ago in this video, one of the tips I gave to reduce spoon debt was to wait to get out of bed for as long as possible every morning. Why? Because us spoonies take longer to transition from sleep to wakefulness, and more importantly, it takes longer for our bodies to acclimate to sitting up, let alone standing up to get out of bed. So staying in bed longer helps our bodies and minds boot up for the day at a safe and comfortable pace. What I didn't have time to talk about in that video, however, was what to actually do while you're lying in bed for that 60 to 90 minutes every morning. And don't worry, I'm not going to tell you to stare at the ceiling and contemplate existence. Nor am I going to tell you to meditate, because asking a spoonie in the process of waking up to meditate is like asking Baby Yoda to fix your wiring in your ship.
No, hold them apart.
Counterproductive! So what's a spoonie to do instead while they lie in bed and slowly sit up before getting out of bed an hour or more later? Scroll a social media feed you've curated to support and inspire you. We all know doom scrolling is a bad idea. We all know social media in general can be detrimental to your mental health. But as a spoonie, social media can often feel like one of the only ways we can connect with the outside world. And that's okay. The trick is to ruthlessly curate your social media feed to include only that which supports you and none of that which hurts you. On your platform of choice, personally I use Instagram for this, unfollow anyone who makes you feel inferior or less than, who makes you feel triggered, jealous, or envious, or worthless, or if they make you feel like you, your body, your ethnicity, your sexuality, or your beliefs, or anything else are wrong. And instead, follow people who make you feel supported, understood, healed, inspired, alive. People who make you feel like you, your body, your ethnicity, your sexuality, your beliefs are wonderful. As spoonies, when we wake up, our bodies and minds are like old Windows 95 computers. It takes time for our bodies and minds to be usable for any sort of productive activity. So not only does it make sense, but it's actually necessary to not do anything productive right after we wake up. Scrolling a curated social media feed is the perfect activity for right after you wake up because it doesn't require much physical activity and it doesn't require much cognitive activity. It's an easy thing to do. And as a bonus, when you scroll a curated social media feed designed to support and inspire you, once you're done scrolling for the morning and are ready to get on with your day, you'll likely be going into it with better mental health than what you woke up with. And if you're a fellow spoonie, you know how priceless good mental health can be. Comment below and tell me your relationship with social media. Do you already have a curated feed, or is the idea that you can curate your social media feeds new to you? After waking up in the morning, I scroll my curated social media feeds until my brain starts feeling alert enough to do something more productive. Depending on how brain foggy I am, this can take longer on some days and less time on other days. Either way, I wait until my brain feels alert enough to move on with my day. The really important distinction to take into account here, however, is whether or not your body is also ready to start the day. If my body still feels sluggish and useless, I'll stay in bed and start wrapping my head around my priorities for the day. I'll review my goals, to-do list, and schedule, and then I'll review my email and direct messages for anything that I may need to add to the list for the day. I only get out of bed when my body feels ready or I can't wait to have breakfast any longer. And then I take as much time as I need to go from sitting in bed to standing so as not to aggravate my symptoms. As a potsy, this is super important. Then, and this is just a personal thing for me, I do at least one chore around the house before I make my breakfast. This is a habit I instilled a few years ago, and it makes a huge difference for me because I'm so much less likely to do chores later in the day when I'm out of spoons. So before making breakfast, I do one quick win chore, like unloading the dishwasher or starting a load of laundry. Then I make myself breakfast. I've been having the same weird smoothie for breakfast for years now, and it really helps with both my postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome and gastroparesis. If you want the recipe, I don't know if you'll like it, I like it, but let me know down in the comments. And then you know what I do next? I go back to bed. Because getting out of bed was a feat. And at that point, I have earned some rest already. No joke. At that point, I need rest already. So I give it to myself. I go back to bed and sip at my smoothie and continue planning out the rest of my day. Long story short, your morning routine as a spoonie needs to be designed around helping you boot up for the day. It should be a routine that sets you up for success without costing you spoons. You owe it to yourself to take the time you need to get going each day, to allow both your body and your mind the time they need to finish waking up. Anything else will only set you back and make the rest of your day worse for it, which will add up to more and more spoon debt over time. Now you know exactly what to focus on when creating your spoonie morning routine. And the next time you hear an able-bodied person telling you to meditate, journal, work out, read an advanced book, cook a healthy breakfast, and shower during your morning routine, you can ignore them confidently, knowing that you're different, that those things are more likely to hurt you than help you, and you can get back to living your best life, not theirs. And in case you're someone who also struggles with procrastination and resistance, I highly recommend checking out my free masterclass where I teach 3 powerful mindset shifts and one simple 3-step process to get you unstuck fast. All you have to do to get access is to go to the link in the description box below and sign up. If you liked this video, hit that like button and subscribe, and be sure to share it with your friends. I'll be back next week with another video. See you then. Bye! So here's a side note for you spoonies with chronic fatigue. Some mornings you just need to sleep in till 1 p.m. or later, and it throws off the entire rest of your day and potentially the rest of your week and the rest of your month because you made such a lovely little plan and you had priorities and you were going to get them done and so a time. That was me today. That was not pleasant. But sometimes you just need to let yourself have a shitty day and to recuperate and to not get as much done as you had planned. Because if you keep trying to push yourself through on a day like that, you're just going to have more days like that in the future, which is really, really bad. Anyways, ta-ta!